I used to work night shift at a 24-hour diner off Interstate 70 in Colorado. One of those places that never closes, never changes, and never has more than 3 people in it after midnight. The pay was trash, but the tips were good, truckers mostly. Lonely, tired men who just wanted a hot coffee and someone to talk to. I didn't mind. Until the night he came in. It was 2:47 a.m. Rain was coming down hard. The only car in the lot was mine. I was wiping down the counter when the door chime rang. I looked up expecting a wet, grumpy driver. Instead, I saw a man in a black suit, no coat, no umbrella, not even wet. His skin was pale, almost gray. His hair was perfectly combed, and his eyes, God, his eyes were solid black, not like bruises, like holes. He sat at the end of the counter, placed his hands neatly in front of him, and said, "Table for one." I blinked. He was already at a table. I laughed nervously and asked what he'd like to order. He looked me dead in the eye and said, "I'll have what the last customer had." I hesitated. There hadn't been a customer in over 4 hours. The last person left around 10:15. I remembered because he paid in change and left a $10 tip. He ordered the meatloaf. So I said, "Meatloaf?" The man nodded once, very slowly. I turned to the kitchen and shouted the order back to myself. No cooks on night shift. As I was plating it, I looked up. He was gone. No door chime, no footsteps, just gone. But the table still had condensation on the glass of water, and the chair was still warm. I stood frozen for a full minute. Then I heard the chime again. I turned. He was sitting at the counter now, same posture, same voice. "Table for one." I felt sick, but I played along. "Same order?" I asked. He nodded. I brought out the same plate, meatloaf, mashed potatoes, green beans. He stared at it, hands folded, never touching the food. Good. Then he said something I'll never forget. He was afraid, you know. The last customer. He knew I was coming. I laughed nervously, trying to keep it light. Well, he didn't say anything to me. The man's expression didn't change. They never do, but I see them, just before. Then he reached into his jacket and pulled out a photograph. Face down, he slid it across the counter to me. "Go ahead," he said. I didn't want to, but I flipped it over. It was me, sitting at the counter, pale, dead eyes, mouth open in a silent scream, same apron, same name tag, same blood on my shirt. I staggered back. "This isn't funny," I said. "Who are you?" He smiled. "You're the last customer now." The lights went out. Every bulb in the place shattered. I screamed, tried to run. The door wouldn't budge. I looked back. The man was standing now, hands still folded, eyes, those bottomless holes, locked on mine. Then everything went black. I woke up alone, still in the diner. The rain had stopped. Sunlight leaked through the blinds. The food was gone. The table was clean. No broken glass, no photo, just me, and a receipt on the counter. No price, no items, just a message, paid in full. I quit that night. I don't talk about it, not to my friends, not to my new co-workers. But sometimes, late at night, I see a man in a black suit sitting at the far booth of whatever diner I'm in, watching, waiting. And when the next person walks in, I pray to God it's not me.